Something fascinating that I've learned during my years working in finance is that the biggest money mistakes that people in their 20s make don't always feel like mistakes when they're making them. I've seen smart people, even high earners, fall into the same traps. And being real, I've made some of these mistakes myself. They're subtle, but once you see them, you can't unsee them. And avoiding them can completely change your financial future. So let's break them down. 3 money mistakes to avoid in your 20s and how to think differently about each one of them. Mistake number 1 is lifestyle creep and debt. See, it starts small. You get a raise, you start getting some margin in your finances, and the next thing you know, you're starting to think things like, I've worked hard, I think I deserve this. So you move into a nicer place, you upgrade your car, upgrade your phone, and the next thing you know, every single dollar that's coming in is already spoken for because of your increased lifestyle. And some people even turn to credit cards just to keep up, paying interest on a lifestyle that their paycheck can't actually support. That's lifestyle creep, and it is a silent wealth killer. Here's the thing. I love Apple products, but I've learned to pause before upgrading. If my iPhone works well and currently serves the needs that I have, I keep it. Not because I'm against nice things, but I don't want to allow the fact that it's new be the only reason for my spending. To avoid this trap, you have to filter out the noise. And a great question to ask yourself is, am I buying this because it improves my life? Or am I buying this because I want other people to think that I'm successful? When you're content with the things that you have and you stop caring so much about what other people think about you, avoiding this trap becomes significantly easier. And this next mistake can cause you decades of growth, and that's waiting too long to invest. Think of investing like planting a tree. We've all heard the saying that the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, and the second best time is today. Now, if you're still building your emergency fund or paying off debt that doesn't include your mortgage, tackle those first. But once that foundation is in place, even small, consistent deposits can become something significant over time. Yeah, you can't go back and plant a tree 20 years ago, but you can plant one today. See, Proverbs 13:11 puts it this way. It says, whoever gathers money little by little makes it grow. Even $100 per month starting at age 25 can grow to over $300,000 by the time you're 60. And that is the sheer power of time. And for this next mistake, it is one that trips up so many, and it's not planning ahead. See, it's great to plan for tonight or next week or even for a month from now. But how often do you stop and think about 20 to 30 years from now? And I know you might be thinking, but Obi, what if I'm not even around 30 years from now? But I would ask you, what if you are? That question changes everything. Because even if there's a chance that you'll be here, every decision that you're making today is either setting up your future you or letting them down. See, when I was a kid, I used to love playing Xbox. I wanted the new games and the downloadable content. But when I would ask my parents, sometimes they would tell me no. And at the time, I didn't understand it. I thought that they were just being strict. But now, I realized what they were trying to teach me. They were teaching me that just because you can afford something doesn't mean that you should buy it. It was about priorities. It was about choosing what actually mattered versus just what I wanted in the moment. You see, Proverbs 13:22 says a good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children. That is legacy, planning beyond yourself. See, short-term spending feels good today, but long-term wisdom builds wealth that lasts. So here's what it comes down to. Avoid lifestyle creep and the debt that comes along with it. Start investing once your foundation is set, and start thinking in decades and not just days. These choices won't just shape your finances, but they'll shape your future. And if you feel like you've been putting off investing because you feel like you don't know enough yet, make sure to check out my next video. I'll be breaking down why you don't need to be an expert to get started. Make sure you're subscribed, like if you got any value out of this video, and I'll see you in the next one.